Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the PNW Trucking Channel. My name is Alex, and we are back here once again in the American Truck Simulator. So today, I already had picked up my load because we're gonna have a pretty long drive. This is gonna be a multi-part episode, because we are gonna be going all the way down into Barstow here. And so yeah, it's gonna be pretty long. So I'm probably more likely gonna split this into multiple parts. So with that said, though, we are going to be hauling. Let me show you what we're doing here. We're hauling a car trailer here full of cars to a dealership down here in Barstow. So let's go ahead and get on the road, get started, and yeah, let's get going from here. So today's been just overly ridiculously long. I did get my interview going, so that was, I felt like, was good. So I'll be hearing back from that here soon. And got a couple other ones lined up, so those are gonna be coming up. And then, so I figured I'd come on here and relax for a little bit since it's just been such a really long, kind of stressful day with all that going on. So currently we're up in Seattle. We're gonna be heading on down into Oregon and then into California. So as I get into Oregon, I think I'll probably cut it out. I'll probably cut it around, probably around Oregon. Before we do anything, I need to sleep and get gas because I don't want to run out of gas, and I don't want to have to worry about sleeping all other crap. So we're gonna go ahead and stop. And then that way you're not also having to drive at night, because I don't like doing that unless I absolutely have to. So the other reason I decided to do this load is because it pays quite a bit for the distance. And it'll help me essentially get that bank loan paid off. So I can eventually hire another driver on here on the for the company. Oh, it's gonna give me a red light. We're going halfway in there. All right, so we gotta go up one. Up here into Hearts. So let's pull in here, sleep, and then get gas. Alright, so we're gonna rest. Let's see, loan installment of total 5,000 total is paid, so that's paid off, so that's good. So another payment made. Swing this around and go from there. And we'll get back on the road. Engine back on. Alright, let's go ahead and head out of here, get into Oregon, and call it good. And the semi, for some stupid ass reason, is like 9 miles behind the line here. on the road and go. Oh, so I do have a kind of a short story. I was gonna say today was sort of frustrating this morning. I was like not having people's crap. You know, it's you know, if you're ever shopping and you see someone in any retail place and they're by themselves 99.9% of the time, I'll be honest with you, like, it's probably because everyone else is either on break or lunch or they're by themselves because the way they schedule shit. And it's like, you know, if they're ringing something up, wait 5 freaking seconds and don't try to just sit there and be like, whoa, I need help. Like, well, no shit. Like, so does everyone else. Like, I get so irritated with that crap. I had a customer come in and was mad because I was helping another customer that was been there way before they were. And of course, every misentitled Karen's got to come in here and piss me off. And 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm just like, all right, I'm done. So I am so good and be glad when I get to these other places, just because these interviews I was doing with these other companies are just so much better. Especially the way they run things, the culture, everything's so much better. It's like, I like working for smaller companies just because they don't lose touch with reality, I guess, of who their employees are, and like they actually pay attention. Where you get into the larger corporations, they just don't give a crap. You're just another number to them, and I don't know, it's really stupid. But that's why I have video games, to come home and calm down too. Still been debating if I want to eventually start up that channel. I noticed I mentioned that or I had mentioned in the other channel videos that I was gonna start up a game, MMO side channel. That one I'm still debating on. I'm really wanting to see if I can get this one to take off first and then eventually go off into the other one. That way I'm not trying to focus on both at the time. I was kind of like, it seemed like a good idea. Right now though, it's like more of, I want to get this channel going and then work on another project. Okay, we're going through Portland. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go in this episode. Like I said, I might split this into a two-part. You'll know obviously by when you watch it toward the end here. But I'm just not 100% sure what I want to do yet. It kind of depends on how long I'm going to be sitting here for. I don't want to be sitting here for the next 5 hours driving into Barstow. So I chose Barstow because I want to go see it. I used to actually live down there. I want to see what they have for the game. I haven't seen it before on YouTube either. So I also got to remember changing my skin, which I think once I drop this off, I'll change it. I keep saying I'm going to do that, but I haven't done it because that's my life. I keep forgetting to do it. Pretty sad when you have a flipping Mustang and another semi-truck trying to pass you. Longview. It's gonna be definitely a long drive, I know that much. It's gonna be like when I drove down into Nevada a few times. It's such a long drive. Back over. So there's Vancouver. I think we're still in Washington. I think after these bridges we're gonna be leaving it. I'm not 100% sure on this. I don't remember. I'm essentially also trying to get out of Oregon and Washington overall, just so we can see other places besides up here. So. Oh, so I wanted to say something. It was pretty funny at work. Oh, it was kind of funny. So during my interview, they're like, they had asked, general questions. They're like, so what do you like to do when you're at home? I'm like, create YouTube content. They're like, what's that? I'm like, oh, I keep forgetting. Like, not everyone knows what creating content is. I'm like, it's interesting how like. You talk to certain people and they'll know exactly what you're talking about when you say YouTube creation or content creator, and then like other people like what? Like it's funny how how small of a niche that is, at the same time how large it is. It's just depending on like who you talk to. But it's always interesting how that works. And then like, so what kind of videos you create? I'm like, this is where it's always more funny to describe. Like when I'm like, oh yeah, I tried truck sims. Like what? Like that's a thing? And I was like, yeah, it's a thing. And then some people laugh at it, and some people are like, oh, that's neat. And then they look it up, they're like, huh, interesting. Like I'm like, yeah, that's exactly my first thoughts when I play the game. I know, I definitely was not really in the mood to record today, but I was like, you know what, I need to get it done, get the content out for you guys. Just super tired, so I wasn't really planning on doing it, but I was like, I need to do it, so keep consistent. Curious where we're at. I know we're not. I don't think we're in Portland because it doesn't look like Portland yet, from what I could tell, at least. I think we're still up in Washington. I think once we get down to the end of Oregon is where I'll end up cutting it, or at the end of Washington. One of these two. We'll see here how long it's gonna be. Like, I don't want to make this like a 2-hour long video. I think because it just gets boring after a while. Astoria, Salem. Does it look like an OMSI museum over there? No, it does not. Place I know specifically, it looks like Portland, and I don't think this is Portland. So I'll see like the OMSI museum looking, like where the OMSI museum would be. And the freeway just looks more familiar to me, I think. I don't know, I could be in Portland, and I could be wrong, but I know when I come in through here, it's kind of familiar. I remember that skyline. Skytram up there. Once I'm done recording this, I'm definitely gonna head on some Final Fantasy. I've been really enjoying that a lot. been paying attention to WoW to a point, but it's like, like I just can't. I don't want to go back to it. It's almost like a drug addiction where you're just like you gotta like kick the habit of it. Like just with MMOs for me, it's like I just gotta do something new. I feel like if I'm gonna sink my teeth into something and like go through the grind of something, I want it to be all brand new. It's like I'm just kind of done doing the whole trying to play catch up in the other game and like getting bored halfway through it. Back over into the farthest lane, second farthest lane, so I don't have to try to go through 6 lanes of traffic. Let me see where I'm at on the map here, because okay, so we have been in port. Okay, we're past port. Actually, I think once we hit Reading, is when I'm gonna end. Then from Reading, we'll go into Barstow. So essentially, that'll end it. It'll end it right around mid. Good stopping point. Then from there, I'll just do part 2. And that way I can keep my longer hauls shorter, so that way it's not just like this one massive long haul. Which would be more entertaining if I was doing a live stream, because then I could sit there and talk, but I don't want to sit here and force content for 3 hours of whatever the case may be, so that way it just doesn't get stale, boring. I will say one thing I noticed too, having the schedule I have, it's super weird like how the week goes by so quickly. Like, or it seems that way, because like having Tuesday and Wednesday off, like, by the time you come back, it's already like the next week. Like, it's weird how that works. Like, or when you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like it seems longer. When you have it in the middle of the week, it's like, okay. Like, plus the past couple days have been going by pretty quick, so I'm kind of glad, because I'm like super like stressed out from everything else with interviews and all that other stuff, because I hate the waiting. It's kind of like when you go into a dentist and like you're sitting there and you're sitting there and you're sitting there in anticipation, and then you finally sit down in the chair, you sit there some more, and then like they finally start working, you're like, all right, I can get through this. It's like, but the build up to it really sucks. Like, that's kind of how interviews are. Like, when I go into an interview, like I'm cool once I'm in the interview. Then beforehand, I'm just like that's all I ever think about. I was gonna say too, on all the interviews I've done, it's always weird when you get into interviews too. The questions, some of the questions they ask you, like it's like, all right, like it's funny because like once you've done them enough, they're all kind of the same in their own way. Like so you kind of get to the point where you kind of learn what they're looking for. Because some of them, when you first ever hear them, they kind of seem like this like weird like trap almost of like what's your worst weakness? And it's like, well, why would I tell you that? Like, but in a way, it's like they're looking for like a legit answer. Of, like, are you willing to give that information? Are you like what? You know, like, how do you overcome it? Like, are you just gonna be like, I give up? Like, the other thing I was told too when you go into interviews, it's funny is like a lot of the time they just like will try to get you to talk and essentially like see how far like you'll just really like what information you're just willing to give up and like see if like you'll put your own foot in your mouth or if like you'll actually turn it into something good. It's funny how those work. Like, so I used to, when I was used to IT work at a hospital, I talked to the people that would be on the interview boards and stuff, and when I would go over people's resumes and stuff like that, it was always interesting what you would see on there, what people thought would be like be a hook to get hired, and then like I finally kind of understood like why certain resumes go in the trash and like versus others, and it's like, all right, you know, like it's interesting being on the other side of it. Are we almost at Klamath Falls? But I mean, probably. The new store just opened. Oh, joy! Let's go to the new store. Come on, slow down. Please pull in for a waste of your time. So even that guy agrees. That's why he's crossing his arms. Refuses to go to the way station. He's like, this is a pile of garbage. Oh, give me a chance to check my map. So almost in the Klamath. Almost a minute. We're almost into California, so that's good. Means the next episode won't be too long until we're actually in Barstow. I think we're making pretty decent time too with this. Well, I'm not quite sure what my delivery date is. I think we're on time, but I'm not 100% sure. It's ETA on Monday, so. That's provided we would go like, I just keep driving, so. High beams on. don't understand what's with these tankers going so freaking slow. Alright, where are we at here? I think we're gonna pull off the rest stop right up here actually. I think that's where we're gonna end it. Then that way we can pick up the next episode. There's even a gas station over there, so that's pretty neat. Come on, damn it. Truck, go. The hell are you waiting for? Freaking Christmas? Pretty fancy rest stop, Jesus. But it will give us a good stopping point. They're at a very, very, very fancy rest stop, apparently. We're just gonna pull up over here. We're not gonna go all the way around with all the other trucks. Alright. So, yeah, I think that's where we're gonna leave it off of. So, yeah, we're gonna end up here. Let's see where we're at on the map. Yeah, so we're like right by Clay. So in the next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on down into Barstow, and go from there. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this episode, and also if you want, make sure you check out the other episodes as well as hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you guys know when I get episodes uploaded. And if you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. And with that said, I will see you guys here in the next episode as we head into Barstow. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.